we switched? Hello, everyone. Look who we had here. I told you we were going to have a special guest today, and we do. For those of you who do not know, I'm sure you've met Miss Debbie in the news feed. She's a very active member. And how long have we been friends?
We're going on a little over a year now.
This is so exciting. So this is the first time we've actually met in person. She drove up here today, and we're so excited to have a flock member here. Did you see? I don't know if
Yes.
Can you see her shirt?
The shirt. Look at that.
Yes. Oh, she's a true flock member.
Amazing.
327. Anyway, let's see what we've got going on. Who else do we
We've
have
had
here?
a couple of people who guessed correctly on our special guest. Miss Megan guessed that it was Miss Debbie, but she would not spoil the surprise, just in case. She wouldn't tell anyone. You guys are amazing.
We're so excited. Very excited. And we want to know really something that I absolutely love. Today, first of all, we're making a sublimated sewn dog bandana. And Debbie brought, where are they? Do you want to show them? She's going to grab them. Debbie apparently is amazing and already makes bandanas. Like, she's even better. I think your mic might be in the floor. Yeah. But her, like, when I saw this one pattern that she makes, look at this. I was like, I should scrap mine and do yours. So stinking
It's
cute.
adorable.
We'll do the overhead in just a second.
The curved seam is horrible.
Well, that's the thing. Yes. Are you on the overhead?
I am.
Look at these that she made. Look at these. Double-sided. How long does it take you to make these?
Oh, okay. Once you cut it, it's. I know, I love that one.
The flamingo.
Probably like
Oh my
15
gosh, it's got
minutes.
Santa hats on it.
15 minutes, friends. 15 minutes. So did you develop this pattern, or what did you?
Yeah, I saw somebody on YouTube, and then I just adapted it. I measured Mitzi's. neck.
Mitzi's her baby.
Yes, Mitzi's my little Cairn Terrier rescue puppy. So,
These are amazing. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so I feel a little intimidated to do this.
love this one.
We're going to be doing this one today. It is a reversible. You see, one says
Started
nice.
out white. This
That's
was
what-
white.
Yeah, I thought
Yes.
that was the fabric.
Yes.
I was so surprised.
It starts out like this. We're going to sublimate it, and then we're going to sew it. So we have naughty and nice. It's reversible there. This is very exciting. I don't know if you all saw, if you noticed, not saw. We have our massive press here that we just got out of the box
Yeah,
today.
let me switch the camera so they can see it too.
Yeah.
Look at that sucker.
So I'm really excited. I'm gonna,
You're gonna love an overhead one like that.
yes, I'm super excited. I was telling Debbie that when I was testing this out, sometimes I experience issues with shadowing and sometimes I don't. And I'm really not sure what it's dependent on, because this exact fabric is what I made our apron out of that is part of the course, the Craft with the Flock course. And I had no issues with shadowing when I used the press and overlapped.
And Miss Debbie, can you make sure really quick that your mic is on still?
Yep, I can.
Gotta make sure you're green. Thank you, ma'am.
And so I had that issue with this. So I was like, this is absolutely ridiculous. I have a massive press. Let's get the press out.
Yeah.
So
She
we
just
used
got it out today.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, that
I also
press is so
ruined
much
it
better
already.
than the EasyPress, I think. Because the EasyPress seems like it has
It does.
weird spots where it's not as hot. The one thing that might prevent the shadowing that I heard is to pre-press the fabric. So just before you start or before you put it on, put the press down on it to remove all the moisture from the fabric.
Yes.
Love that.
And then
Yeah.
she also recommended that we use butcher's paper instead of Teflon sheets to put, would you put it below and above?
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, because
That's
that
what we're
protects
trying.
that orange pad too.
And then we don't have any issues. Anyway, so this is going to be fun.
And easy.
Yeah.
And easy.
Absolutely.
Becca,
So-
how long did it take you not to supplement, just to sew this?
Oh, I don't know. Less than
2 minutes?
probably 5 minutes. We'll say 5 minutes,
5
just because we had to
minutes.
press it and do some different things. We don't want to be over ambitious.
No,
Yeah.
no.
We are using, I've already printed it out because I was telling Rachel that I had some issues with our sub printer last night. It did not want to recognize it. So I went ahead and printed that out. But this is a smaller version of the sublimation paper that we're using today. It is by A-Sub. And I've had some questions, and Debbie, maybe you can answer this. Have you ever tried to sublimate on just copy paper?
No. But you see so many comparisons, and they look almost just as good.
I know. So we had someone actually ask if we could do that. I feel like I'm not with our friends because they're not right here.
We have lots of questions
comparison.
on which which heat press this is.
Great question. Let
And
me pull it up
then
really quickly.
Miss Shirley Witt agrees that Teflon holds moisture. She agrees with you.
Yeah, that's what I'd always heard, that you weren't supposed to use Teflon.
Mary says I always use butcher paper on my sublimation projects. That's amazing. Yeah,
Below and above, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it helps with the taking out the hard lines that you might get when you press.
I'm looking. I think I have the link to this. Hold on.
Shirley
These
says
are all our most. Yeah, this is my life, right? It's my
You
life.
guys have got to see this list of links.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Shirley said my press will be here tomorrow.
I don't have it on there. I'll get this press. It is from Amazon. It's a very reasonably priced one, and you can get it in different colors. We chose the purple because color, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know how they are with color.
I didn't know they came in color.
They come in different colors.
Mine's gray.
Gray. 143 actually has one that's sort of our teal color like
Yeah,
this,
but
it's
it's never in stock.
It's never in
Never in
stock,
stock.
and it's I think it's 3 times as expensive
Yeah.
as
It
this
is,
one. So I
yeah.
wanted to get something that was a little more
Also,
reasonable.
Kat is calling you out, Becca. She says, I remember when Becca called this a lobster press instead of a clam no, turtle shell.
It was turtle.
You called it a turtle shell.
Well, and I'm just going to
press.
let you know, Kat, it's probably not the last time you'll hear that come from my
Instead of
mouth.
clam. It's so funny.
It's
So
well,
funny.
It's funny and embarrassing, but it is what it is.
And you guys never forget anything.
Elephants.
Right,
either.
like if they
Elephants.
forgot
Yes.
it, that you would let me forget it. No.
No. No.
So funny. So what have we got going on? Do we have any questions that we need to address, or do we want to hop straight into crafting?
Let me see here. Dawn has a really good, and she just found us yesterday, Miss Dawn. Thank you so much for finding us. She said, I want to try sublimation. I use infusible ink and sublimation looks easier.
Oh my gosh.
What would we say to her?
Yeah. What is your review? How do you feel about infusible ink?
I haven't found a use for it other than on a mug, but I found it really hard to weed. It's such a different feel than vinyl. It's so thick and cracks weird, and so
100% agree.
and I didn't find that the colors were all that bright for some reason.
And you're very limited.
You're limited on the
Yeah.
patterns
Yeah.
and the colors
And
and the
it's
styles.
expensive, except for the one you found. That was
Yes.
a little cheaper.
Yes.
The sheets you found, and those look brighter.
They were, yeah.
But Cricut,
But then again,
expensive.
you can't customize, like the file that we're using today, and I'm not going to connect because it's in the floor, but you'll see it in a little bit when we're finished. The file that we're using today has some nice colors in it. You can change the colors because it is an SVG. This file will be available in next week's file dump for the flock, so get excited about that.
So Becca, what about those people that are watching that want to get these files, that want to join the flock?
Yeah, and we've had a couple of comments about this too. Somebody commented asking if maybe we could do like a YouTube membership, which is something that they offer, and then could like release a couple of cut files that way. Well, the answer to that is that we sort of already come up with a solution.
Yeah.
We do have access to our flock for you all by purchasing, I think Rachel's probably dropped the link, by purchasing the Craft with the Flock course, which also gives you access through May 31st to the flock. And the flock is so amazing. It helps us
Yes.
meet
Yes.
amazing friends like this.
Yes.
But we do drop files and member-only content there as well.
Lorraine
Anyway.
said, I love that Debbie's hair matches her sweatshirt. Yes.
I mean,
Of
this
course
is
it
color
had to be.
coordination. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Dawn
amazing.
said, so sublimation is cheaper than infusible ink.
I would say
Eventually.
that, yes. The startup is not cheaper because obviously you have to have your printer and your inks and your papers and whatnot. But
But if you can find a deal like on the 2720, the Epson 2720, and the ink is like $18, I mean, it really isn't,
Yeah.
it's not a huge investment like other things are.
right, and it's so much more customizable. You don't have to do any weeding at all. It's literally printing, mirroring your image, printing, and then heat.
Yeah.
It's so flexible.
Oh my gosh. I loved infusible ink when it came out because like the idea of being able to have sort of a direct to garment dye type thing was really amazing. I appreciate heat transfer vinyl and things like that, but sometimes, like, especially if my kids are going to wear it and it gets washed and dried a lot, it doesn't hold up as well.
Right.
So when infusible ink came out, I was like, okay, this is a game changer. And any blank that you can use infusible ink with is also compatible with sublimation.
Yeah.
So if you have invested in sublimation blanks,
Yeah.
Or like the
they're
Cricut
versatile.
mugs or
Yeah.
something like that. You can interchange those. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a great question. I love that sublimation is really jumping off right now.
Yeah.
It's super exciting.
Brittany says, I'm really wanting to get a printer for sublimation. Maybe that should be a giveaway we have soon.
I was gonna
It's a
say,
sublimation printer for you guys.
you know, we're giving away 2 Maker 3s tomorrow.
Yeah.
However, if the recipient happened to want a sublimation printer instead, I'd be willing to do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, be here tomorrow for sure because we are giving those away. For those of you who did not know, we met some incredible goals for our YouTube channel. Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
All because of you guys. All because
Absolutely
of you.
amazing. Yeah, well, obviously
Yeah.
we could not have done it without you all.
Yeah, we just put it on and
Play.
play.
I love it.
I
It was-
showed my mom, I didn't tell you this, Becca. Yesterday, I went on a little trip with my mom, and I showed her the picture of Miss Becky having all of her like
Oh,
8
yes.
screens. Mom cried. She was like, I just can't believe that people like that, like people would support us like that. I'm like, Mom, we're blown away daily. Honestly, it is amazing. She got a little choked up. She sure did.
It really is amazing.
It is.
And I don't think, I mean, because our parents knew what we did, I mean, because my parents, I think, were the same way. They knew what we did, but didn't really know how the community backed us and like what the relationship was and like how they didn't understand because they weren't involved at all and didn't know. So it's been an eye opener and they're like, okay, this really is as incredible as you
Yeah.
talk about.
Yeah.
No, it really is.
It is.
We're not making it up.
Okay, we have another question. If
Oh,
you're
wait,
up
we
for
just
it.
had somebody join. Hold on.
Did we? What's their name? What's their name?
Welcome, Zoe, a new
Welcome.
member here in the flock. We're so excited.
Welcome to the vlog.
I assume you're live with us. Let us know. I just got an email pop up.
Yeah.
What is she? 564.
Yeah.
Oh,
Number 564.
Flock of
Welcome to the flock.
564.
And Shirley says, how do you get old sublimation ink out and new sublimation ink in? She's worried about that 6-month expiration date, which we haven't really had to deal with yet.
Well, and I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I haven't had any issues. I mean, we had one set for a long time that had the ink in it that wasn't
Yeah,
even
I
used.
haven't-
And we tested it. We were like, let's see how the 6-month ink worked. It worked just fine.
I say just go with it.
yeah.
I let mine sit and I just had to clean the heads.
That's what we had to do.
Yeah, so
Just clean the
you
heads.
have to have, if you have to go through the head cleaning, and Epson, if you have an Epson, they'll tell you have to have spare ink because it will unfortunately take a lot of ink to clean those heads, but you know, it worked like that.
Right.
After I did that.
Yeah. I wouldn't worry about that.
Yeah. And which printer do we use for our sublimation, Becca?
Hold on. The 7740. I can remember.
Epson Workforce.
I can never remember if it's 7840. No, ours is the 7840.
7840.
And then which one did you say you used?
I use the 2720, which is the one that
Yeah.
a lot of entry level people get.
Yeah. And what's the biggest print size on it?
8.5 by 14.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So ours, the reason that we chose the one that we did, it's huge and it weighs a ton and it's a massive pain in the butt to move around. But it will print up to 13 by 19, which is really nice. This that we did here is 12 by 12, so we're able to do some larger images, and that's really the only reason why we chose that. It's a very, I think we paid $289-ish for it, so honestly, it's not that
Yeah,
And
no,
it's
you-
a little,
got a
it's a
good
little
deal
less
on that.
limiting if you know in the future you might want to do things bigger. But again, if you rarely do sublimation or you're just getting your feet wet, getting a regular standard size printer is totally fine.
Dana says, running to join and support my girls. Yay, Dana, thank you so
So
much.
sweet.
Oh no, Cheryl, home with COVID, so very glad to be hanging out with you all today. Cheryl, we're praying for you and hope that you have a speedy, quick recovery with no lasting issues. Why does my ink look light when I sublimate with it? That's a great question, Linda. Have you tried to increase your print quality to best when you do print with your printer? I'm trying to think of any other
And
things.
temperature and time. Usually
Yes.
not enough time.
Not enough
on
time
that.
or pressure. Pressure can also
Yeah.
be an issue. So check that out. Also, there are some printer settings that look at what your setting is on your printer to see if the paper is compatible with it. For instance, is it set to glossy? Is it set to matte? Like those types of things.
And best and slow.
Yes, best and slow. Absolutely. Those are all great suggestions.
Like, I cannot remember this Epson Workforce number. 78.
7840.
7840. Oh my gosh.
It's pregnancy brain. We'll blame it on it.
There you go. There you go.
Amongst other things. I'm
Okay.
really excited. I'm always excited to hear the updates from Rachel. She's now peeing on herself.
Oh, thank you, Becca. Thank you, Becca. It's nothing sacred.
Nothing at all is
No.
sacred.
Nothing is
Nothing at
Apparently
all is
not.
sacred. Most
No.
of these women have had children and
Listen,
totally relate.
But I didn't know it started now. At least I was in the comfort of my own home. I literally stood there in shock for 10 minutes like, did I just pee on myself? What if I was at work? What if I was at Walmart? You know?
Depends. It's going to be your friend.
It's going to have to be Debbie. Listen, I have no shame. Whatever. I don't
We've
care.
already talked. Like, I low-key am hoping she's crafting live when her water breaks so that I can take her to the hospital.
Becca will get me there in half an hour. It's an hour
Yeah.
away, but she would cut that time in half. I would tell my husband, I'd be like, good luck keeping up.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. Well, I mean, I do have practice. When Beckett broke his arm at school, I got to Children's Hospital, which is really close to the hospital she's
Yeah.
going to deliver at, and it was literally 35
Oh,
minutes.
jeez.
35
She got
minutes.
there.
And I'm driving this way the whole time because he's screaming in the background.
God
Like,
love
it was
him.
so sad. It was very sad.
I don't think I want to be in that car.
I'm a very safe driver.
Yeah.
Still.
I would trust Becca. I definitely would.
Anna and Becca played soccer with my bladder.
Jan,
Yes, we
I
did,
bet
Jan.
they
My mom
did.
is like the most short-waisted person ever. I don't know
We're
if she had
twins.
twins. We were like over here. And mom was little. Was little.
Yeah.
She says we ruined her. I
We
had nothing
ruined
to do
her.
with it. Anyway, pee pads. That's what
Yeah.
we can get you for Christmas, Rachel.
Can you please? That would be, honestly, you don't think I would wear them.
Put a number
I
one
would.
on your Christmas list.
Okay.
Your Christmas wish list.
Perfect. I'll send that one to Santa.
I'll send you our address if you want to inundate her with.
No.
No. She'll come in and like her desk will be.
Stop. No.
Oh
I
gosh.
would
Okay.
be mortified.
Okay. Let's get to grafting. Let me preheat this guy right here.
Yes.
I don't even know how long it takes, honestly.
And Becca, we've had 3 comments now about the top of our clamshell press is a little cockeyed, and does that matter? Is it broken?
She moves.
I think I need to tighten it again. Like, I think we need to put it down and then tighten it again. We just popped this thing out like
I'm really not sure.
a couple hours ago.
Is this supposed to do
It
this?
seems to work.
Mine does
okay.
not. But I don't
But I don't know
have.
where it would tighten.
I think so long as it goes down and it's flat, you're going to be. Yeah, you should be fine.
goes-
Fine.
it goes
It's
down
fine.
fine.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
At least for today. Tomorrow
But
may be
thank you,
another
for,
story.
thank you for the concern.
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to decide what I want to do. This is preheating. I am preheating to 400 degrees. Do you press for, well, how long do you normally press?
60 seconds.
Okay, 60. I've been doing 50. We'll try 60 today. Let me change that here. Again, I
How long
don't,
do you press yours for, Becca?
normally 50,
Okay.
but we'll try this because I feel like this was a little bit light.
Yeah. The one thing you'll find with sublimation is you start to keep like a little cheat sheet off to the side. Okay, this fabric
Yeah.
goes this, and this fabric
That's
does that.
super
So-
helpful.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, because there's a lot. Unfortunately, there is a lot of trial and error with sublimation, but you can get that cheap fabric that you're about ready to use,
Yeah.
and you know, without feeling guilty, you can try so many things.
Absolutely.
Now,
Well,
what
that's what I was
type
gonna-
of fabric?
That's
are
what
we
I was getting
working
ready to
with?
bring
Yeah.
up. That was a great segue. When you are looking for fabric, you want to find a fabric that is at least 60% polyester. 100% polyester is preferable, although sometimes it's hard to find or you don't necessarily like the feel
It's
of
got
it.
a very different feel.
Yeah. So this is a 60% polyester that I got from Hobby Lobby off of Bolt. Now tell me about the Walmart one that you were talking
Walmart
about.
probably has it's a package per yard, and it comes in 1 yard, 2 yard, and 4 yard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, things that you can hang up. And it's 60-42. It looks exactly like that. So,
It's super thin like this too.
I think it's actually a little thicker.
Okay.
Maybe
Rich, we need to check it out.
it's about the same. It's about
So
the same.
this is sort of thin, and I just wanted to make sure that I have a nice thick bandana for the pups. So I am actually doubling this. I'm only going to sublimate one of them, and then I'll
Could you
double
use
it.
interface if you wanted to?
Yeah,
A
absolutely.
lightweight.
Absolutely. However, I didn't have any here today, so we're just doubling up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Works.
Whatever works.
Okay, so I have, are we on overhead or
We
where
can
are
be
we?
wherever you want me to be.
Let's be overhead for just a second.
Okay.
I have two 12 by 12 pieces of fabric that I've already cut here. And I am going to grab this and some scissors and just very crudely cut around. It doesn't have to be close, doesn't matter. The white is not going to transfer over onto anything. And can we talk for a second about white sublimation ink? Do you know anything about this?
I think I mean, like you've got it, I think it will come out if it's in the middle of a pattern. I don't know if it's negative. I don't think it actually prints. It might, I think it's negative.
I think so too.
So that if you had if that were orange fabric, that might appear a little orangey.
So, right. So my understanding is that it's negative too because there's, I mean, what combination of that is going to get white?
Haven't you always been told black is every single
and
color?
And then white is the absence, right?
Right.
Yeah. So someone actually emailed asking about that, and I think it's a different kind of, it's not really sublimation, it's more of like an ink that's like this, which is direct to dye garment. Oh my gosh, I got food all over me at lunch. I'm just noticing how terrible
but
it
I
is.
think you can get that, I think like 143 has that Subli, where it's actually, it's a piece of fabric that is coated. So it becomes kind of like that printable iron-on vinyl, but it's actually sublimated, and then it really adheres to the fabric too. So it's a little bit better than the iron-on transfer
But we're all
paper.
in agreement. A normal sublimation printer is just a void.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And Becca, we have a request.
Let's hear it.
Miss Lorraine wanted your measurement sticker that you made a long time ago.
Yes.
You need to make another one
Yes.
I can make another one.
because they're wanting one.
I can do
She's
that.
wanting one for her
And then you need
laptop.
to expand it to include 16ths too.
You're right.
16th.
16th of an inch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rachel's
I'll
like,
use-
if I have to have
I'll
16th
use
of an
that
inch, I'll just stop.
I'll use it so often. Not.
Yeah.
Maybe I could frame it and put it right next to your desk for you.
Maybe you could. I still
Maybe I
wouldn't look
could.
at it.
Yeah, I put it on I've got the big monitor, you've got the laptop,
Oh,
but I put it
yeah.
on the base of my monitor.
I had mine right here, and it worked really nicely.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm taking one of these pieces of fabric, and I'm hoping that I can see. I may have to. Wait, no, I'm not.
Linda, if I sublimate on black or red, will it still work? Nope.
It will if you bleach, but that's
Yeah, it will
you got to
if
do
you
the
bleach.
bleach
And the
technique.
other.
But if you want mostly poly, does poly bleach? Can you bleach poly?
You can, but it's only like I started, everybody said the Glidden or how do you
Gildan.
Gildan.
Yes.
The heather would work.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And it does, but I tried Delta, and it would not take
Okay.
bleach. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's finicky. Like
so-
it has a weird coating or something on it. But
Yeah.
the ones that I did, Rachel, that Iggy Mom shirt that I did for you,
yes.
that was I think 60-40.
Yeah.
60
Amazing.
poly.
So
Yeah,
you
and it
can,
bleached.
so you can bleach it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
whatever Gildan,
Uh-huh.
is that what she said? It's 65-35, I think.
Okay.
It actually
Okay.
is 65.
And then
That's perfect.
Bella also has some heathered ones that are a high poly count as well. I didn't have this preheated all the way, but it's actually a lot quicker than our giant EasyPress. So
I'll switch it back to
kind of
you.
makes me happy. Okay. In just a second, I'm going to come over here and put this down. But first, I'm going to stick some butcher's paper down, and I'm going to have to overlap some because all I have is this 8.5 by 11, so it's not big enough. That's okay.
We need to
Michelle
buy
said-
you a roll for Christmas.
Yes,
Michelle
we
said you
do.
must have been reading my mind. I've been wanting to do these for my customers.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
They're so stinking cute too.
So, is Kat here? Kat does dog collars. Kat, do you also do bandanas? I want to know.
Does she do the nylon dog collars?
I know she does because we had her do some for smalls. And they were like the cottony fabrics that were really cute. She does a great job. Okay, so this is down, and then I'm going to go ahead and just lay this on top of my fabric. I didn't think about
Well,
how
now put
awkward
that
this would
down
be.
first
Oh,
to
and
take
press
out
it.
the
Yes,
moisture.
Yes. How long?
Just 15 seconds.
Okay. So we're getting the moisture out and also getting the wrinkles out, which is a plus. Hopefully I'm not wrinkling or ironing more wrinkles in.
Becca, like you don't have enough to do. Becky said, now this is Becky. She said, can you also help us to translate the measurements from the measuring tape to the measurements in Design Space, which are decimals? I need a quick reference guide for that.
Yes. So
Yes.
Well, that's what that little sticker
the
was.
little sticker is that. So you'll put, like, for instance, 1/8 of an inch is 0.125, and so that that's what you would put in Design Space. Yes.
And you probably know that by heart now, don't you?
Yeah. Well, I do find until I get to like 7/8 for some reason. Right now it comes to mind, but for whatever reason, sometimes it doesn't. It just completely leaves me. Okay, so I'm laying this right on top here. I have printed it out at 12 by 12 as well. Let's put some more on here. Let me grab a couple more pieces. I underestimated.
Kat's back. She says, yes, I do. The tie-on ones and the ones that slip on the collar. The collars are webbing covered with fabric, is what she said.
Webbing covered. Yeah, like they're very good quality.
Kat, I envy you. I could not get my sewing machine to go through the webbing. I just couldn't.
What kind of sewing machine do you use?
I have the Brother right there.
Yeah.
And normally it will get through anything, and then I bought a Singer heavy duty, and it wouldn't really even get through it. So I was just like, okay, I give up.
I haven't tried thicker things with this, but I have a Foff at home, my old trusty old lady one.
I have that one.
And she gets real mad at things like that.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
She also shakes the camera and table.
Yes.
The whole, yeah.
That German engineering is solid.
And they're heavy.
Yes.
They're very heavy. When the first time I picked up one of these, I was like this doesn't even feel like a piece of equipment. It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Isn't
can kind
yours
of.
like metal? Isn't it? It's sturdy.
Yeah, there's a
it's
lot
German.
of metal on it.
It's German engineering.
And my mom used it for several years before she gave it to me. And so I got it, and I sewed with it for probably 6 or 7 years. And just recently went to clean it all out. It was like, oh my gosh. Like, you don't realize how much accumulates.
No,
like,
I always have to clean out the
Yeah.
bobbin area.
It's crazy. Okay, so I subbed for 60 seconds. And we're ready to bring this up here.
And what do we have?
It's like opening a present, moving all those papers around.
Okay.
Looks gorgeous.
But isn't it interesting how much ink is left on
Yes,
this
yeah.
versus
And I
switch it,
tried
look
to
at this.
repress something. It doesn't.
does
do
not
it.
work?
No.
So did you all
It's
hear
just-
that?
It comes out real light. You can, but it's like half the tone of that.
Not super vibrant, yeah.
No.
But like the color from this to this is very interesting
Yeah.
to me. This is what it's supposed to look like. So when you print out your sublimation sheets, it looks a little bit scary.
It looks red too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Somebody, I saw on YouTube where somebody was like, I use those coffee cups that have the colored handles in the
Yes.
inside, and he was trying to color match his handle.
Oh.
So he literally, tried to color, and he like did 5 squares close to it, and then sublimated it on cheap, something like that, to try and figure out how to color match it, because you can't from the printout. You just it doesn't. If you looked at that, that looked like it was going to be more like that tan color.
Yeah.
Not a bright orange.
It did, absolutely.
And Becca, is our clamshell press 15 by 15?
Sure.
Becca said sure. Becca, where's your measuring tape?
I
Why
was
don't you
like,
have
yay,
one
she
in your
has it.
pocket?
Well,
Where's
I
your
know
hat?
Debbie distracted me today, and I didn't.
Oh, sure.
my fault now.
We're blaming our special guest.
We're blaming her. We're blaming her. It is 15 by 15. Yes.
Why not?
Darn it, Debbie.
I have to blame someone besides myself. Clearly, it's not my problem.
At least it's not me today.
That's what I figured. I'm kind of giving you a break today, huh?
Thanks for being here, Debbie.
Oh my gosh, why am I even here?
Really,
'Cause I'm here.
Becca doesn't blame me for much.
I'll blame you for
Except just
everything.
being envious of all my snacks.
Well, friends, I've done something ridiculous, and
I never can get.
somehow I didn't cut these the same. So there's that.
And you probably cut them both at the same time.
I did. That's the interesting part. Let me grab this really quick, and we'll straighten these up. Oh, it's always interesting to try to figure out where to put these mats so that they're not in a.
Yes.
Do they have a
ridiculous area.
hole to be hung, or no?
Yes.
Oh, does yours?
That one
Oh,
up
nice.
there.
We should hang that
Nice.
sucker.
Yeah.
Oh, you want
Becca didn't have a measuring tape on her Ariel. She didn't.
No. Like,
I hope no one lets her live that down either. We can only hope. Mary, I know I'm heartbroken too.
About the mat or about the...
About your measuring, your lack
But you
thereof
had to
measuring
go
tape.
behind you to get your measuring.
My goodness.
She had to look for one.
I'm just going to have to get it tattooed on my arm like I talked about.
Yeah, I've seen that, like, especially
We're gonna
like people
bury
who
her
make
with, like,
socks,
20.
they get it on there. Like, I'm
I
like,
love
that
it.
is
Like,
cool.
the only problem is I don't know where to put it because I'm kind of running out of space. And I need it, you can't have it like on the back of your leg. And
Not unless you're making
yeah,
socks,
Yeah.
in which it's convenient, so no.
And word on the street is that we're getting a nice O&L tattoo, me and Anna and Rach, when Rach is no longer preggers. So then I'm even more limited. I don't know.
Back up. My mother watches these. Why would you say that?
Because you already have tattoos.
Why would you say my mom? Oh my lord.
What I mean is Rachel might just go with us.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, Mom. I'm just gonna. If you're listening, I'm just gonna hang back and let them get one. Yeah, I'm not gonna get another tattoo.
She will not be influenced by our bad decisions.
No, you know I'm so much better than them, Mom.
When I got my first tattoo, I hid it from my mom for 5 months.
Yes.
And it was on my ankle. So in the summer, I was wearing socks.
Oh my God.
Yes.
And they just came home early one day, and so I was walking around the house barefoot, and my mom looked at it and she goes, "That is removable, isn't it?" I'm like,
My mom cried when I got my first tattoo. She cried.
Is my mom one?
Jan's here,
Mom, do you want to tell them what happened with mine?
if she's still here,
She's here. She's here. And she remembers.
and she remembers.
My dad used to make me promise when I was a child to not marry a man with tattoos. It's true.
Did
and I
Wade
did.
have any when you got with
He
him?
did.
He did.
I married a
no.
man with tattoos.
Becca, how? Dare
Okay, so
you.
what I'm doing is just folding this corner to corner, point to point, whatever.
You've got both of them folded together, right?
Yes,
They're
both pieces. And then I'm going to grab my little EasyPress and just press this. And if I had some spray starch, it would make it even better, just to make it nice and stiff. Or you could use interfacing, which will make it nice and stiff
Your
too.
mother just said she wants a tattoo, Becca.
Yeah, well, she does now, which is a very interesting turn of events.
She has a
given
tattoo.
the way, no, she doesn't.
She
She
wants
wants
one.
one now.
Yes,
but
yes.
given the way that she responded when she found out I had one, you would think that the world would end.
Do you know which one she wants? Has she told you?
She used to say she wanted like a butterfly of like
She
all
said-
of our thumbprints.
This is so Jan. She said, "I want a 1/4 inch tattoo on my left index finger."
Oh, 1/4 inch. Mm-hmm. You've changed your tune, Jan.
You've changed your tune.
Okay, so I'm opening this up, and then I am going to
Pull it down about 3 inches.
Yeah,
Amazing.
thank you. Can they see the top?
Yeah.
We've adjusted our camera a little bit, so I'm really out of tune with what is actually in. So I'm going to pull this in, point here, and sew it at about 2.5 inches. That's pretty spot on. And so you can clip that down if you want, pin it down if you want. I'm just going to grab my EasyPress and press it down.
Your mom seems to remember what happened. I can just read the comment, and then you can elaborate if you
Okay,
want
let's hear this.
She said, I'm guessing he being Wayne. She said he was laying on the bed.
She meant she.
Okay.
It was me, yeah.
She was laying on the bed on her stomach, and her shirt rose up on the small of her back, and boom, all capital letters.
That's exactly what happened.
Wow.
So yours is like mine.
Yeah, 100%. And here's the thing. I thought ahead because I knew my parents would not be happy. I thought ahead. I was at school. I was at ETSU. Anna did not go to school with me. She went to school locally. And I called her and said, hey, I'm going to get a tattoo this weekend. Do you want to get one? She was like, no, I don't really want one. I was like, but I'll pay for it if you get one. And she was like, okay.
Wow.
So I got her to get a tattoo as well, so that when Mom found out, I said, and to deflect, I said, Anna has one too.
That's
Wow.
mean.
It was very mean. It was
Jan also
ridiculous.
said, the nose piercing almost killed me.
Yeah, Mom, when I got my nose piercing, she thought that I like took it personally that I got this nose piercing.
Yeah.
But how many years later? 16 years later, I still have it. So it wasn't really a fad, right?
Yeah, no.
I got them before
Kat
they were
says,
cool.
oh my gosh, Becca, you are making this different than I do, and your way looks so much easier.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
It's crazy easy. Okay, so I'm going to take my sewing machine and I'm going to do about 1/8 of an inch seam allowance right here on both of the folded sides.
And I'm going to switch cameras because you can't really see anything on that camera. So now you get to see Becca and Debbie for a while.
Okay.
Oh, yours is nicer than mine.
What does it do?
Yours is just smoother, but yours is brand new
It's
compared
brand
to
new.
mine.
Yeah,
We're
it's
not
brand
foffing here.
new. Oh yeah, it'll make
She's
you feel
rough.
really good about yours. She's gotten me through some good times though.
Kat says, I was dyeing my hair. Oh, I can't read. Drying. I was about to be like, Kat, what color did you dye your hair? She was drying her hair and missed the size of the fabric. Becca.
This is 12 by 12. Hopefully you can hear me over this. Okay, so we have these seams. Now I'm going to put this on the floor for a second so that we can do what we're going to do here. It's the movie magic, you understand.
Yeah.
Now what we're going to do is flip like this. So the opposite way, right? Just like this.
So darn easy.
Grab this, EasyPress again. Just press this down. And if you want to, you can, again, clip this if you want to. I brought these out so that you all could see them if you're not familiar with sewing clips, sewist clips. I just need to pick a term and stick with it. These are the most amazing things. Do you use these, Debbie? Oh, I love these.
And Becca, we need to stop and make sure Miss Lorraine is super comfortable moving forward. She says, I'm pretty lost on this. I have no idea why you fold it in those corners like that.
So
Do you want to show her the finished one as well? It might make it easier to see.
folded it in so that we have a nice finished edge right here. You don't want that to be open and weird. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Miss Becky said, if you do not have a sewing machine, can you use like a heat and bond or sure bond and stuff like that? Could you do that with this?
Yeah. Yeah.
You could do a running stitch too.
Yeah, with like your hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some hand stitching. I don't love,
I don't know that heat and bond would hold up.
especially
On
on
a
a dog.
dog.
Yeah. But you can't, like I have friends who would hem their pants and stuff with that.
You could probably use the tape and then go. I mean, to at least get it closed, and
then
then
do the
and then
yeah.
do a fast running stitch over.
Okay,
it.
so now, which camera are we on?
We're on you.
Okay, so now I'm going to do a seam all the way right here. So don't go all the way to the top though, just go to the bottom of that fold. I did not do a good job lining this up.
Your
swear-
mom is on a roll today
I
now,
swear
Becca.
they like
Yeah,
get to
they
be
do.
weird sizes.
Becca said, or no, Jan said too, Becca, in full disclosure, I cried when she first dyed her hair. I just thought she was perfect the way God made her. You've let your mom down a lot, Becca, is what I'm hearing here. I'm kidding, Jan.
Ouch.
I gave you the cutest grandchildren you have too.
Oh my
so
gosh. It's
There
true.
you go.
I hope my siblings are watching.
I hope my siblings are watching.
Okay, so I'm
Lorraine
just,
said, okay, so you put the puppy collar through the seam. I think I get it now. Thank
Yes,
you.
you do.
Yes.
That's what you should have brought in as a collar.
I should have. I didn't think about it. When you get to the point, stop. And I've said this before. What I love about this machine and the newer machines is that when you stop, it leaves the needle down so that you can easily rotate. I'm doing about 1/4 of an inch seam allowance here for those of you who are curious. At some places, it's not 1/4 of an inch because I didn't do a good job lining it up.
Jan said, no letdowns. Oh, I know, Jan. I know you're so proud of Becca. Who's not? Everyone is.
Who's
Fred,
not, Rachel?
Fred
That's
also
right.
says, no, you don't, meaning you don't have the cutest grandkids, or you don't have the cutest kids.
I mean, I really hate to be the person who does the poll,
I
but
love
I will.
that Fred watches, but he never comments unless he's just got something like that to say. Come on, Fred.
I don't know. Okay, so now we are going to flip this. Now, if you're doing a tiny one, this is not going to be this easy. So like an itty bitty one for Rawlings, my little 4-pound puppy, this would not be as easy to flip. But if you do everything correctly, you should flip like this. That should not come out.
Have you measured the sizes that you'd need to do the smaller ones?
I have, and I will post that in the group.
Yay.
You can do that for sure. And then just put your finger down in there or something long, like a weeding tool or something.
A knitting needle.
Yeah, a knitting needle to get that point out. Got that. I'm going to press this again, and then what I'm going to do is a seam right here. You don't have to do this part. I just think it looks really nice and finished to add another seam right here. Also, when you are threading your pet collar in through there, it will be easier because it can't kind of deviate down this way. Not that I think it would be terrible, but Anna's so excited because her little puppy Granger is going to model this for us.
He is cute.
Right?
She's been posting a lot of
She's
pictures.
an Aussie Doodle. Oh my gosh, she's ridiculous. But anyway, I don't know if you noticed. One side says naughty, one side says nice. I'm eager to see which Granger is because Anna thinks the sun rises and sets. You know where on that dog.
I feel the same way about my dog.
I think we all do.
I have one
Becca,
I
did
feel
you
that
not
way
feel
about.
that way about Kiki?
Oh, Key, yeah.
Yeah.
she
When you
was
don't
the
have any
best.
kids, they're your world. You know?
So I am going about 1 3/4 of an inch from the top right here. Basically, again,
You're on you.
are we on this one?
Yep.
At the bottom of this opening is where I'm going to do a straight stitch all the way across. Now, if you didn't have something on your machine that you could guide that by, you could grab your quilter's ruler and like a invisible.
I
You
put
could a masking
I
tape.
put masking tape. there
Masking
sometimes.
tape right here. That's a good idea.
Kat says, once again, now I need to go buy fabric from Walmart because of Debbie and make this because of Becca. You all are distracting me from my real business.
I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm really not. I'm really not. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a top stitch right across through here.
And Becca, this is a great question from Ariel. She says, have you experienced any issues ironing on sublimated fabric using an iron, ghosting or anything like that?
I have never sublimated with a household iron because I think, first, like you can't really move around very much or you will have ghosting issues. Have you done any sublimation with a household iron?
But I mean, is she talking about originally sublimating with an iron?
I think so.
Or ironing
or after it's been sublimated?
I think she's talking about using the iron to sublimate on it.
No, because it's got the holes,
Yeah.
so you wouldn't get even pressure all
And
over the
even with
place.
the EasyPress, Becca, didn't you have a little bit of issues with that
Yeah,
today?
That's why I
especially like
grabbed
on
this.
here,
Yes.
because you won't get even heat throughout the whole thing. So I
Yes.
had a lot of brown. I had a lot of burning. It actually came out kind of burnt.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I love my clamshell. I'll wait until I can get to my clamshell before I do anything.
So there they are.
Pull them
Finished.
down, they can't see them.
We need
Now
some
they
marks
can
on our
see 'em.
table. Some lines.
Here's your
Rocky
registration.
Top Heart said, did you use zigzag stitches or just straight?
Just a straight stitch. Yep. Just your normal straight stitch. You could do a zigzag. That would be cute. You can also, if you want to be extra, and like if you had a dark fabric and wanted to do a cool contrasting top stitch, it would be cute
Yeah,
to do a top stitch like around there.
Oh, that would be cute.
Anyway, what do we think?
Possibilities are endless.
Who
with
all's
this.
making one now?
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Are you? Yeah?
I mean, it's funny, when I walked into the studio and she showed me this, I thought the fabric, and you just like did
Like a heat transfer, right? Yeah.
yeah, or something. I did not realize that the whole thing was
Entire
sublimated.
thing.
And it's so cool.
Thanks.
Super cute.
Yeah, so if you had like a light fabric, you could sublimate something dark over it for sure, but I just thought, why not? So can they see the difference in the colors of these?
Yes, they did. Someone was commenting about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one was the first one that I did, and I adjusted the pressure on my heat press so that it had more pressure, and that's why this one is darker. Just so you know, the pressure even matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, pressure matters for sure.
Let's get our comments back out.
Becca, are you going to put the measurements for different size dogs on the flock page?
I can do that absolutely for you all. I would love to do that. Do we have any questions about any of this? Any questions for Miss Debbie? Because I'm volunteering to answer questions for you. She's very excited.
Mary wants to know what the fabric was called from Walmart.
I think it's called poly cotton, and it's usually in the fabric section where they have pre-cut fabrics. And they have lots of colors. And I
And it
think
was 60-40, right?
60-40, you have to read that. It doesn't say it, but it does say, I think, poly cotton on it. And they have like light yellows and pinks that I think you could probably sublimate on too, not just the white.
Yeah. Yeah.
Carol says, is it acceptable to make one of these for my husband? Don't currently have a pet. Sure.
Please do, and then post him in the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw, we'll
Ascot.
share, yeah, and Ascot, absolutely. Rach, we'll share a picture in the Facebook group, and then everyone can post their pictures of their dogs. That would be cute.
You're gonna make my day. Put one on your cat. Do whatever.
Yeah.
Put one on your lizard. Put one on your bird.
I'm
care.
eager to see. Yes, they don't have to be just dogs.
Got a
I'm
bunny
very excited. A
rabbit? I don't
chicken, if
care.
you have chickens, a cow, that would be a huge
We do
one.
not
I'm sure.
discriminate.
No, I'm very excited to see this. And if you are curious about what we mean by the group, it is the Flock, which is our private Facebook group.
Which is an incredible
It
community.
is. Rach, how many friends do we have over there now?
Oh my! Over there? Oh man, you're already looking it up, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, of course I
Okay.
am.
Well then, we'll just let you say it then.
Okay.
So that I don't
because
say
you
it
have no
wrong.
idea. 194.
I was
was
gonna
gonna
guess
say,
200.
I was going to say close to 200.
Yeah.
I was gonna guess 200. I thought
And we
could
have
that.
2 current pending requests.
Yeah.
I'll check those in a little bit.
Yes.
If you have joined the Oak and Lamb Flock, meaning you have purchased the course and you are not over on Facebook yet, go do that. If you have a Facebook account, go request access. We would love to have you over in there. And if you need help finding the link to the group, just email us hello@oakandlamb.com and I can send you that link. I'm excited to do that. I don't know why I have my text messages up. That's not very helpful. There we go. 194, about to be 196. Yes,
That's
Heather, exactly.
amazing.
Grandkids wearing the bandanas? Absolutely, I don't care. As long as they're wearing a bandana. I'd love to see all of it. Can you overlap paper when you sublimate? I can only do 8.5 inch wide paper in my printer.
You shouldn't overlap. You should press once and then press the second one that's close. But
Do you
don't
find
do them together.
lining up is hard?
I usually cut them out, kind of like you do with HTV, and put them down so that I'm not trying to overlap.
And tape them
So
up.
you would like
yeah.
tape them?
Yeah, it's more like a puzzle. I'm putting
Ah.
together a puzzle.
I'd say it'd be worth it if you really took your time and made sure it was lined up properly. I'd say yeah. I think
Yeah.
it'd work.
Michelle says she uses fabric glue for her collar bandanas. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, and Lynn Lilly has that fabric glue, which is awesome
The
too.
glue sticks that go in
Yeah.
there. Yeah. However, I do recommend if you are using the glue sticks have a separate one. So have like just fabric glue.
Well, now I do.
You do, yes. Yes. Debbie was the winner of one of our Lynn Lilly glue guns that we gave away on Black Friday. She was like, just keep it. I'll get it when I come. Perfect. Absolutely.
And yes, we are gonna have the measurements in the group. They are going nuts over wanting these measurements.
This is hysterical.
Becca.
I
They're
love it.
going
Yes, we'll
nuts.
post them in the group for you all.
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Absolutely. And then one more time, I want to invite you, if the group is something that you want to be a part of, go ahead and click the link, join. I promise you, it's amazing, and it will never be this inexpensive again. We honestly have, a lot of people are like, why are you making it so cheap? And our response is that, one, we don't have all the content that we want to have available in order to put the price evaluation on it that it will need. And so we see that and we want to honor that. Two is that we know that it's a weird time of year for people spending money on themselves. So we wanted to put a price point that you can feel comfortable purchasing. And I don't remember what my third point was.
I'm
But
sure
there
it was
was one.
great. I'm sure it was fantastic.
Anyway, you do get access to our inaugural course plus the member benefits that are already rolling out through the end of May 31st. So super exciting. We have people join every single day, and every single time that I get an email, I'm like, this is just incredible. It still blows me away. Absolutely amazing.
Well, it gave us who love you guys a chance to support you too.
That's so sweet.
I mean, that was the big thing. How many times do we say, "Are you ready yet? Are you ready yet?
know.
Can we join? Can we?" So,
They would be like, is the site available? Can I just purchase now? Can I
Yeah.
purchase early? And honestly, like, it was just the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so funny. Debbie's number is 327, and 323 was the first number. So you were one of the ones who purchased before we even went live.
yeah. I think Kat and I were trying to be like one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had 4 or 5 come through like really, really quick.
Yeah.
And we were like, what? They must be refreshing the page
Yeah.
like over and over again.
It's like, okay.
It honestly, before we went live, we're all sitting here like, this is incredible.
Yeah.
I can't even
Ding,
like,
ding, ding.
yeah.
The
Cannot even
support
convey to you
has
all.
been-
how
and now
amazing.
we're getting to sit here again. 7 weeks ago, we didn't even have a studio. Now we're sitting here live with one of our founding flock members who
Yes.
we've known virtually for so long, Sweet Debbie, and it's amazing to be here.
And you guys should. I mean, they've given you tours of this studio, but it's phenomenal to see it and to see this setup.
You're
It's just
so
awesome,
sweet.
you know. So.
It's different in person. It's so hard. It's so hard to photograph and then like let you really see. Even in a video, it's not really the same because Debbie was saying this. It like space wise, it doesn't feel like it would.
feels
'Cause this
like
is
so
small.
big.
It's small. Yeah.
But I mean, how much they've put in this area, yet it still feels airy on that side.
Yeah.
You know, and airy even here too.
Yeah.
I mean, what you've done with this space is amazing.
Thank you.
The name of the game here was functionality. We had to have everything super, super functional.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we wanted it to be cute because that's the kind of thing that we like, but we were like, it has to obviously be functional. Like this whole thing is cute, but it's also functional. So if you are familiar, I mean, most of you all don't have giant craft rooms at home, and so you understand like the value of space
Yes.
and organization and all of that. My craft room at home is actually a closet. It was literally a closet that I was
Yeah, it
like,
looks small when you did
I'm
that.
making it into a craft room, and it is ridiculously small, but it works for me. So just finding things that work like that is, I love it. We need to do some tours of some spaces like that.
Yeah,
It would be really neat.
Yeah.
Kitchen tables.
Yeah.
Kitchen table.
When I was
Yeah.
at our first house, oh my gosh, we didn't have dinner at my kitchen table because it always had leather earring
Yeah.
stuff all over it. We never ate at our kitchen
No,
table.
no.
Yep.
Linda said, "I'm so glad you answer your email so quickly." Yeah. Becca
try.
Becca does not let them sit there. She goes and checks them all the time. We're here for you
Yeah,
all.
at like midnight sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm awake. I may as well check the emails. I just want to make sure that you all feel supported and that
Yeah.
you feel like it's not just a business to us. Like,
No.
I mean, obviously we've made it a business and we're making money and that's how we're doing things, but it's not just a way to make money for us. And I want you all to feel that, and hopefully you do.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Debbie says she does. Anyways, friends, this has been so much fun. Is there anything else we want to talk about?
I don't know. Not unless they have any more questions.
Because I'm
for-
obviously game to talk all
yeah,
the time.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions for Miss Debbie, for me, for Becca, about the flock, anything like that, let us know before we head on out.
Yeah, we are going to be live tomorrow. I did mention it before, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern. We are going to do a fun felt craft. So if you are interested in felt at all, I did pull out my Benzie felt from home. I'm hoping the order that I did, because we are making mistletoe. And I didn't have any green.
No,
I didn't have any
no
green felt.
green.
So I tested the file out with all these fun colors. And I've ordered, I'm hoping it comes in. Otherwise, we're going to have multicolored mistletoe and it will be fine.
Yeah.
But we're making mistletoe. That's going to be a cut file that's available next week in the flock as well. So you all can have it. This project took maybe 5 to 10 minutes. And that's
Easy.
only because it had to be
And
cut
it's
out.
so cute. And see, it's not like regular mistletoe where it dies or anything. So you can just store it and use it year after
Right.
year. It's super cute.
We're going to put some cute little
pom-poms.
pom-poms on it.
Oh.
Yeah, glue some little poms on it. And then I'm going to take this project and do a member-only project. So this will be like part of a member-only project that I'm going to do for you all. So that's super exciting. Anyway, that's tomorrow at 1. We are giving away those makers as well, or sublimation printer, whichever you choose. So be here. That's going to be fun. Anything else?
Do you think the stars from yesterday can be made from felt? The felt would have to be stiff.
Like Cricut felt?
Yeah. If it was that paper thin Cricut felt, I think you could make it out of felt.
That faux leather from 143 Vinyl would be really cool too.
Yeah. It just needs to be stiffer because of course they need to be stiff where those little star points are. But yeah,
So,
I think you could do that.
The smaller that you make it, the stiffer it would be too, right, Rach? Like if you make it bigger, they're going to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Can I ask a quick sublimation question? Absolutely, you can.
Please, yes.
Let's hear it. I was looking at mistletoe at Walmart. Yes. Well, you'll have that cut file, Teresa. Absolutely.
We had some mistletoe. I don't know who bought it for us or what, but it wasn't like real, but it was fake, but it would shed everywhere. And I'd have to keep putting in this little Ziploc bag after every year. And finally I'm like, why do I have this? Why do I keep putting it up? It sheds. So this is like the perfect little solution. It's so stinking cute.
Are you going to put this up in your house?
That one right there, yes.
Have you decorated for Christmas?
Yeah.
You haven't even shown me.
I put my tree up on November the 5th. That is the day I put my Christmas
How
tree
did
up.
I not know that?
I had to get ahead of the game or it wouldn't have happened.
Your tree's up, right?
It got so crazy here.
Yeah, because I did all the
Yeah, I saw the
kitten
picture.
safe ornaments.
That's right. That's right.
Same as
Oh yeah, and you had the cat tree next to it.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember now.
And I put
See,
our
I like
stockings out, but
that
that's
because
it.
mistletoe I've always heard is poisonous for like animals,
Oh.
humans, everything. So that is like super safe because there's obviously no poison.
Yeah.
I think the cat would like it too.
I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Don't put it on the floor. No,
And
smalls
Becca,
will take it.
Miss Christina asked her question. She said, when sublimating and pressing double-sided earrings, can you put the design on both sides and do it once, or would it take 2 separate presses?
2 separate presses.
Yes.
Yeah, because the
here-
heat is really only coming from the top plate.
Yeah, this is foam, so it doesn't really. Yeah, like she said, it's only coming from the top. Great question. I love that question.
Shirley, I know it was early. It was either then or never. Like I would not have a tree up, or it was going up on November 5th. It
I
was-
feel like you should just decorate when. Like I hate the people. I don't hate the people. I don't hate people. It drives me crazy when people try to shame you if you want to decorate before Thanksgiving. Like in my opinion,
yeah.
decorate when what makes you happy. Just do what makes you happy. I generally decorate like November 1st. This year, I just got the stockings put up on what was it? Friday.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to put up stockings because I think Daff is gonna just
Grab
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
take them down.
Here's a brand new kitty. That's so cute.
Yeah.
So sweet.
I have people who leave their Christmas tree up all year long and they just decorate it for the season.
Yes.
So it's like,
Yes.
so they say, I'm not going to get shamed because it's an all year tree. I was like,
yeah, I can't get shamed if it's just up constantly. There you go.
One year, I left my Christmas tree up until July 4th.
There you go.
you were just doing a seasonal tree.
See, I don't.
And I
it's
turned the
fine.
lights on every night. It's not like it just sat in a corner.
There's just something so satisfying about that light at night, you know, turning on.
I will say the next year I did not put up a tree. I didn't have kids though, so it didn't like. It was just
Yeah, that's the
anyway.
hard thing. When you don't have kids, it was because it was the new house and I wanted to see what a tree was like. But I mean, my parents had gotten to the point where it's like, no, I'm not dragging that stuff down.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no. We'll put up the door and that's it. You know,
My
like-
grandmother, toward the end, like the last few Christmases when we would go over, she just plugged in a ceramic Christmas tree. It's like
That would be my
fantastic.
mom too.
There you go.
She
Done.
put, and it got to where she wasn't buying like Christmas presents. She would just get cash and put it in envelopes. So there was like a stack of envelopes under a ceramic Christmas tree.
Oh my gosh.
We didn't care. We loved
Well,
it. She
hey,
made them
that
do
was a step above a Charlie Brown.
That's true. That's true.
Fred says, Rachel, I think she's referring to me.
Wait.
When you were talking about like decorate what you want when you want, and then you don't like the people that shame you for it, because Fred does.
He
Fred
says
came
that-
in here. I was crafting. Was it I think it was like the week of Thanksgiving or something, and I was listening to Christmas music. In comes Fred to eat his tacos from the taco truck 100 feet away, and he goes, "Oh my gosh, Rachel, are you playing Christmas music?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Did you not know it was either a baby reindeer or an elf?" He said, "A baby reindeer will die for every Christmas song you play
Oh,
before Thanksgiving." And I was like, "What are you saying to me right now?" I can't remember if it was an elf or a baby reindeer. Either way, it got me right in the heart, because those are two totally, completely real creatures. But, well, reindeer are. But I said, Fred, I'm going to listen to if it makes me feel better, what does it matter, Fred? What
Now
does
we
it
all
matter?
know that Fred has no heart, and his kids aren't as cute as mine.
Oh, we're exposing Fred today. Fred, maybe, I said you should comment more. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't, Fred.
No questions from Fred.
Just for Fred. I'll just start skipping them.
My dad had a ceramic tree and he left it up all year. He also put it on wheels or something and would like put a trash bag on his real tree and wheel it into a closet. This is no exaggeration. My grandfather,
A real tree. Okay.
well, no, not like a real one,
Oh,
but
okay.
like a fake real one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, a very interesting man. He was the sweetest little man. He used to bring us Cracker Jacks or something like every time he saw us. But he is the kind of guy, Mom will have to tell me. He had a routine and he would eat like at this place on this day and would eat this food on this day. And like when he passed away, we found psycho, but it just gives you a little idea. He was very much a control person. And he had like ledger after ledger where he weighed himself every single day and wrote down the weight.
Wow.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So if he got like, 3 or 4 pounds up, then he would rein it in and lose the 3 or 4 pounds and just like stay right there. But he when he would
the
make
self-control of this man
it was
is
obscene.
insane.
It was obscene. He played racquetball like every day of his life and would blister young men. Like he was really good at it. So he was conscious of all of that. And when he would make a pizza, he would like put, I don't remember, like 12 olives on it in each quadrant. And
wow.
Stop it. Stop
hysterical.
it.
So now I'm a little bit.
Was this Jan's dad?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
Aubrey says, I wish we could all have a Christmas party together. Wouldn't that be so fun? Just a humongous Christmas party with the flock.
I was actually like.
Zoom it.
Yeah, we could Zoom it. That would be fun. I was actually trying to figure out when we could have our first in-person event, like what that will look like. Obviously, we want COVID to not be an issue anymore.
At all. Like we
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
But like where we want to do that, what we want it to look like. Do we want to do crafting or do we just want to have like I don't know.
I don't know if the first one should be like a meet and greet, have fun, something, or if it should, like what do
Or
you
like
guys
a
think?
cruise, like a craft cruise. Or
Let me know what you guys want.
a big camp event. Like, I don't know. I have no idea. There's so many ideas going through my head.
Can I sleep in your camper, like in between Beckett and Fallon, because I don't have a camper?
Yeah, we have
Maybe
an
I
extra
could
bed.
just share
We have an
with
extra
you.
bed.
Okay, yeah, I'll just stay right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Or Wayne could stay home and you could sleep with me in my bed.
Perfect. Either way, poor Wayne. I don't care. Sorry, Wayne.
9 olives cut in 3 equal slices.
Oh my
is what-
gosh.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
something.
3 olives per slice.
Yeah. Oh man,
Oh gosh.
so funny. Craft cruise, yes.
They're loving the craft cruise, which
Yeah.
it's a cruise. I've never been on a cruise. Always wanted to go on a cruise.
Oh, they're fun.
So
Ooh, I love.
Well,
Yeah. I
Just
love
bring your
cruising.
stretchy pants.
bring your straight. Oh man,
Right. It's you're gonna.
you know I love to eat. Cruises are the place for eaters.
When I sat down, because I knew like the buffet, obviously you could get whatever you want, but the
and
first
Mom
time that
said
I
it
went,
was like 24. Like there was buffets out
Yes.
around the clock.
Yes.
You
But
could
like-
just go eat.
And you don't have to
anytime.
pay for anything.
No.
I like the fine dining. I like to go to the
Yes,
dining
the
rooms.
captain's
And
dinner.
when they were like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "Well, I can't really choose if I want this one." And someone was like, "Get both." I'm like, "Get both? You can get both." And they're like, "You can order everything." I'm like, "What? I'll have 2 desserts, please."
Stretchy
Yeah.
pants it is.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that
The
sounds
flock
great.
at sea. That's cute.
Oh, I love
That's
that.
adorable.
I love that.
All right,
Or the
friends.
floating flock.
The floating flock.
Floating
Yes.
flock.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of
So
good stuff.
cute.
We'll have a competition like
Yeah.
who can decorate their door the best.
Oh my gosh.
We'll have yeah. It's so cute.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you all so much for crafting with us. Thank you, Miss Debbie, for being here. I hope
loved
you all
it.
enjoyed this whole experience. I know I did. Hopefully we can get some more friends on here. This has been so much fun. I'll see you all here tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Rachel will be here with me. We'll do some crafts, do some giveaways, and have a good evening, everyone.